It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Let's take them back.
Yeah, 94. As the preacher takes the pulpit, fix your coat, prepare for 40 below spit. 7 days of heaven's ways and hang-ups. Chris and Ryan again, and we wishing anybody who isn't wishing us well bankrupt. A L and whatever else ain't up. As far as me, I'm still caught up in all the... Still calling my expendables, cause it's hard to believe I can fit all of them boys in one... And the streets start trembling. It's way too many it seems. Too many witnesses. Up and down with their visions of what a street is. I call it the seesaw syndrome. Syndrome, maybe you make a mistake, you lose. And this is for the real hip-hop who would never, ever, ever ask me, am I here to replace Guru?
Word? That's how you feel up on this track? Little try on that.
What you trying to rap now?
Yeah, yo, Royce.
What up, man?
We just lamping in the studio.
It's the pick. Pacers in Indianapolis as we bring you an Eastern Conference contest. It's the NBA, and it's live right here on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan to call the game with our analysts Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. And it's the Cavaliers to start out. A look at Cleveland's starting group. Kyrie Irving and J.R. Smith at the guard set. Amon Shumpert is out there with Kevin Love. And it's James in at the small forward. Well, LeBron had kind of a slow start to his season as returned to Cleveland last year.
Yeah, he got off to a bit of a slow start. He had some nagging type injuries, but things turned around and LeBron was eventually able to get the clubhouse atmosphere where he wanted.
Took him no time at all on that one. Smith's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. The pass to Hill. Outside, George hits back to Hill. From down in the low post, it goes.
There's PG creating for a teammate. Terrific dime drop.
Cleveland's gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. Irving drives in. Rebounded by Ellis.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that good a look.
Irving for 3. Hill pulls it in.
Well, that's airtight defense. Not much room to get that shot off.
The dish to Smith. James outside. It's stolen by Hill. From past the arc. It's rebounded by Cleveland.
And it's strange to think that early last year, all the talk in the media was about the in-house fighting on the Cavs. Goes to show just how much better things are for a team when they're winning.
Now Hill following the miss by J.R. Smith from deep. And George kicks to Hill, and that one's good.
And I like how he draws the attention on the inside, and then the nice little kick out in rhythm for the jumper.
Well, as rough as the Cavs might have started the quarter. That's not as easy as he made it look, guys. You've got to have some skills to pull that baby off.
Well, he's got plenty of those skills necessary.
And you know what? Man. That man can climb a ladder.
Looking at who's out there now for the Pacers. Allen's checked in for Turner. Solomon Hill comes in for Ellis. Young is subbed in for George Hill. Leaps for it. Love the pass to James.
Oh, that is just weak defense there. I'm pretty sure that was not the plan to give him those kind of baskets at the hoop.
Young's shot is off. Cavaliers have gone 3 of 7 from the field since we've gotten underway. Smith for 3. Good, and the assist goes to Irving. Irving's got 3 assists in the game. Clark, they've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a little bit of cottonmouth here. Dry spell for sure.
And the shot is good. George has got 5.
Well, he can give as good as he gets.
Gamesmanship going on right here. You've seen it, Craig. You know exactly what's going on right there. He answers right back with that 3 of his own.
It's George on the wing. Releases. Offensive rebound. Indiana moving it around. Hill, no good. Cavaliers leading. Shot and game clock separated by 5.
You know what? Tried to step in and cut him off, but just didn't get there quick enough.
Yeah, he was one step late that time, Greg.
Cleveland shooting their second and third shots at the line right here.
In the season ago, they hit about 75% of their free throws.
And Indiana making a change here. Robinson's checked in.
Putting you in. Go.
For Indiana, they've gone 4 for 9 from the field to start this game off. Allen, that's good.
You know, they've scored several times already here in the first quarter down low. I like that.
It's like a running game in football. When you can pound the basketball inside, it also allows you to control the team's transition.
And a wide open look for James. The kick out to Irving. It'll count. And oh! And LeBron James trying to will his Cavaliers team to its first title.
He sat us down.
When someone like LeBron talks about what you need to bring to the table, you better bring it.
Yeah, I would think so. You'd be better served to go right along with what he's talking about. Dub the new big three along with Kyrie. I think if they just keep following LeBron's lead and advice, the sky's the limit.
And now the second quarter just getting set to start. And a chance for just a second to check out the scoring breakdown for Cleveland.
Well, I'll tell you what, they must have had a good shoot-around because they've been fantastic from long range so far, fellas.
And the other thing, though, is their execution in terms of their ball movement has been flawless. Sets up a lot of easy scoring opportunities.
On the floor for Cleveland getting going here in the second. J.R. Smith and LeBron at the 2 and 3. Kevin Love out there with Iman Shumpert. And it's Irving at point guard. Miles dishes to Allen. Howard down with both hands.
Now that's finishing your work right there.
Powerful two-hand jam, you're right.
And I tell you what, if he's got a few more of those in him, this lead will start shrinking even further.
Young with the steal. Here's Miles. 1 up, 1 down. 2 points with his first shot this game.
And how about the bounce pass? They are being used to perfection.
Irving kicks to Shumpert. The feed to James. On deep. Cleveland the rebound. Second shot opportunity. Love, no luck.
Well, I think he kind of alligator armed that one. Short stroked it. After doing a nice job to get open, he didn't finish the shot.
And no matter who it is, that kind of D isn't going to get it done.
You know, it's really quite amazing when you look at Chase Budinger. I mean, statistically, he was the same player last year as when he was a rookie. Across every category, even smaller categories like steals and blocks, almost identical output 5 seasons apart.
And going back to Chase Budinger, a terrific athlete with a plus shooting stroke. He definitely has some talent, but Greg, his inability to play consistent defense and his subpar ball handling have capped his career minutes at around 20 a game.
Yeah, and that's why he was a second-round pick way back when. I mean, scouts knew he was a somewhat talented player, but just not a complete.
Catching up on the changes now for Indiana. Hill, he's checked in for Allen. Turner comes in for George. Ellis, he's checked in for Chase Budinger, and it's Hill in for Young. Here's Shumpert. Misses the 3.
And that's playing into the hands of the defense right there.
No way you can sneak that shot by him, Greg. I mean, he was all on top of that one.
For Cleveland, they've gone 2 of 5 from the field here in the second quarter, shooting 40%. James outside. And he goes up strong with one hand and flushes it down.
He is an automatic finisher when he gets into that area.
You know, he picks the simple one-handed stuff to get the 2 points.
Yeah, and in a close game, though, guys, those could be really important points.
And the highlight reel replay brought to you by Kia. Good stuff on that Kia Slam Cam. The Pacers making a switch here. Hill's checked in.
They've done well at taking advantage of some late defensive rotations and getting the ball into the paint.
Clearly, they've been the aggressors thus far when it comes to attacking the interior in this first half.
Ellis wide open. The three-pointer off the mark.
That's a shot you've got to take if you're looking for the three-pointer. I mean, the defense was nowhere around.
No one near Smith as he lets it go. Off target from the wing. Pacers trail by 4. Lets the 3 fly. And Irving pulls it down.
Kevin, I didn't like that defensive effort at all, but they're lucky he missed it.
Yeah, you hope that's not indicative of the type of D they're going to play, because if they do, they're going to have struggles with him tonight.
Maybe could have tried for a more memorable dunk than that.
And we know he's capable of those memorable dunks.
Yeah, and when he's got a lead like that, why not take a few chances? A lot more engaging and entertaining than just doing the old ho-hum one-hander.
Pass to LeBron. Three-pointer. Good, and the assist goes to Irving. 14 points for LeBron.
And they're just raining threes on both ends.
Boy, I love the answer. You come at me with the three, I'm coming right back with my own.
And the first half is...
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello again, everybody. Ernie Johnson here, joined by Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. We welcome you to the Halftime Show on 2K Sports. LeBron James putting in some incredible work. He had 14 points, 3 assists, and 1 rebound. An extremely potent first 2 quarters for him. Kenny, your thoughts? How are the Cavaliers playing?
Well, they didn't let this hostile crowd bother them at all. In fact, they seem to feed off of that hostility. Plus, sometimes when you're away from home, those distractions, your family, your friends, your fans, you can concentrate better. Okay, wait, did I just say my family, friends, and fans are distractions? Okay, let's go to the next thing. Let's go.
Shaq, your take on Indiana.
Well, it was a huge first half for their bench, a.k.a. the others, played pretty good. When you get a boost like this, it always gives the team a lift.
And that's it for halftime, as the second half is just about...
We have a close ball game on our hands as we get set for the second half of basketball. What can you say, LeBron James? What an impressive effort today.
Always been a dynamic scorer, and we saw in that first half the entire repertoire on display.
Yeah, he's a hard man to keep down, and so far they haven't found the answer for him. I don't know if there is an answer for him, quite honestly.
Our second half of basketball, and presented by Gatorade. Let's see who's all fueled up and on the floor to start the third. On the court right now for the Pacers. They've got Paul George. Ellis is out there with George Hill. Then it's Turner. And it's Hill in at the pivot spot, manning the middle.
And for Kevin Love last season, he didn't want to be called a stretch four, but the numbers suggest he was exactly that. Nearly 1 out of every 2 shots he took was from 3, a much higher ratio than at any other time in his career.
Pacers trail by 6. Outside Hill. Back to George. Indiana moving it around. On the wing, Hill. James covering. 4 on the clock. Hill, no good.
They have yet to hit a shot. A real slow start here in the second half.
That's good.
You know, of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is major smash mouth basketball, guys.
All about imposing your will offensively, getting exactly the kind of looks their coach drew up.
And some changes here for the Pacers. Lavoy Allen's checked in for Hill. Robinson comes in for Turner. Young is subbed in for George Hill. Young outside. And he takes that one up and powers it through.
And that's some inspiration. Steals, blocks, and a big dunk. Those are ways that you can really change the momentum in a game.
Well, they got to chip away, Clark, at that deficit, and no doubt that'll help.
And that's what he's out there for, guys. I mean, he is an electrifying player, no doubt. They are not rotating nearly quickly enough on defense down low. Got to get quicker there.
Just no resistance on the interior.
Catching up on the changes now for Indiana. Budinger comes in for Robinson, and it's C.J. Miles in for Young. Well, the Pacers, despite all their injuries from last season, were right in the playoff hunt until the very end. Had a chance, in fact, GA, on the last day to sneak in, but it didn't happen.
Yeah, they needed a Brooklyn loss to go along with them winning that last game. Ultimately, though, it wasn't in the cards for them, and they ended a game out of the postseason.
George passes to Ellis. He dishes it to Allen. Shumpert with the steal. Now Cleveland moving it up. Irving's got the ball, and the dunk by James.
I think that play sort of sums up what we've seen throughout, just simply being outplayed both sides of the ball. Smart basketball defensively turning into quick points.
And that can't continue. I mean, if they hope to get back in this game, I mean, it's really deflating from a morale standpoint. They need stops and points, not turnovers.
And, you know, the Pacers had made the playoffs in each of the last 4 seasons prior to last year's miss. Hard for a team that was coming off of back-to-back conference finals appearances to stomach that. But with the injuries, they'll be better and back in the playoffs next year, I'm sure. I tell you what, that's just a major unforced error right there, guys. My goodness.
Outside Irving. Fires the three. Can't get it to go. And it's the Pacers taking it the other way.
And really, it's going to be more of a reload than a rebuild situation for the Pacers. You would have to imagine the goal isn't just to get back to the playoffs, but to get back to being a conference final participant.
Ellis with it. He's picked up by James. 6-second difference between the shot and game clock. Dishes it to Ellis. His three-pointers off the mark.
Solid rebound there, and with the score like it is, that's an area where they can't afford to get lazy.
Yeah, another column in the stat sheet that hasn't gone in their favor. To climb back, they've got to put forth more effort.
Irving from long range.
And now, let's hear it for your Peace.
All right, we welcome you back to what's been a hard-fought battle. Fourth quarter should be good. Cleveland leading by 4. And so in the game for the Cavaliers, Kyrie Irving and J.R. Smith at the guard set. Amon Shumpert is out there with LeBron James. And it's Love in at center. Offensive rebound. Feeds to LeBron. Second chance shot, and it's sent back by Hill. Young with the ball. He tries for 3. Hill, no good. Pass to LeBron. Outside Shumpert. From deep. And another miss by Cleveland.
You know, 9 times out of 10, he's going to knock that one down. He'll spray that one on you.
Robinson dishes to Young.
Timeout. Start it.
And the Pacers call time here.
And last year's midseason trade had to feel good to Amon Shumpert. Toiling away in New York, injured, uninspired. Boy, did he find new life in Cleveland. Of course, playing next to LeBron can do that for you.
And for Shumpert last year, Clark, he added the defense and athleticism on the wing that Cleveland so desperately needed.
Yeah, he sure did, Kevin. And he also became a facilitator of all things. I mean, you wouldn't expect that from him, but he averaged over 3 assists a game, easily the best mark of his career.
Good point. Let's catch up with Doris from the sideline.
Kevin, I was able to hear the advice Frank Vogel gave to his team during that last break. He told his players, guys, we're letting opportunities slip away in transition. Let's push it up the floor, look to score some points in early offense. Kevin, can they pick up the tempo?
And Turner with the block. Outside Hill.
Timeout. Start it.
And the Pacers call time here. Look at LeBron James. He's really been playing well.
They don't seem to have any answers for him. They need to review their game plan and look for a way to cool him off.
some changes. George is checked in for Turner, and it's C.J. Miles in for Solomon Hill. And we've made our way through just over a minute and a half in this fourth quarter. Down low, here's Budinger. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Budinger's got the first field goal of the fourth quarter here for the Pacers. Three-pointer, Dellavedova. Yes, and it's LeBron picking up the assist. James has got 4 assists in the game. The Pacers trail by 5. And George, here we go. To the right side. Now Myers. Tried to come right back with the 3 of his own, but it's no good. Here's Thompson, and he gets it to go. Now it's a 7-point Cleveland lead.
Not much the defense can do once he gets to the bucket.
And Young kicks to Hill. The second chance effort. Blanketed by the D. Fights to the rim for the layup.
Huge play on the offensive glass there to get more second chance points. He's only getting more physical as this game wears on.
LeBron shot is off.
Defense better watch out. They better be alert, because this guy can make threes, as we saw in the first half.
Outside for George. No good with the triple. The Cavaliers leading by 5. And foul called as he misses. He'll go to the line and shoot 2.
An excellent game we've seen from LeBron. He has 23 points, and he's hit the mark twice from three-point range as well.
And Clark, it's no stretch to say the more points he gives them from beyond the arc, the better off they'll be.
Those foul shots put them that much more in the driver's seat.
Time called here, Indiana.
They can't guard us on the perimeter. Let's spread the floor and isolate up top. Spacing, fellas. Spacing.
Some changes for Indiana. Ellis comes in for C.J. Miles, and it's Hill in for Young. It's Ellis on the wing, covered by Smith. Ellis, the pass to Hill. Back to Ellis. Kicks to Hill. Yes!
You know, he's not your typical NBA center in terms of height, guys, but he plays as big as any of them, thanks to his incredible bounce ability.
James outside. There's 38 seconds left in the game. Can't get it to fall. For 3, Hill. No good. Shumpert with some nice D. And so it's Cleveland with it. 13 points was their biggest lead in the game.
And really, with every point from this point on, it seems like they're just closer to finishing this one off.
If they haven't already done it. I mean, hey, it's been a tremendous all-around performance from this group. I don't think there's any question about that.
And he gets it to go from the corner. And now it's a 9-point Cleveland lead.
Just look at how quickly the lead has grown here over the last few possessions.
Clear case here, partner, of saving their best for last. Quite a run.
So we see the Cavaliers get the win here. A solid win on the road for them. This building was dead silent by the time, GA, this one wound down.
And that's what you want to do. Take the crowd out of it by crunch time. Don't give them any chance to lift their team up at the finish.
And that about wraps it up. This is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for tuning in.